Hi there, private practice owners. It is Tech Tip Tuesday. So we recently released a video talking about how Facebook is going to be getting more heavily involved in hashtags. And at the time, I told you that I would kind of keep my ears and eyes and nose to the grindstone to give you the latest information as I receive it on that. And came across some of that information this morning that I wanted to share with you, and I took some notes so that I make sure that I get my facts correct. So if you see me looking down from time to time, that's what's going on. Okay, so one of the things they're recommending in order for your content to be optimized the best, one of the things that they're saying that you can do that will really work for you is as you go through the analytic information on your Facebook business page, and you can get to that by clicking on where it says Insights, look for the posts that have done fairly well, and then open up those posts, edit them, and add some hashtags to those posts. That will recirculate that into the news feed and get you more followers and more eyes on that post because they are now attached to hashtags that are relevant to your industry. And we talked before about choosing keywords that are going to be really relevant to your industry and how to find those and the tools that you can use to find those. So you can go through my videos if you've forgotten how to do that, but go through some of your older, more successful posts, edit them, and add hashtags to them. The other thing that they recommend that you do is to add hashtags to the descriptions of your videos. You know how when you create a video on Facebook, you've got that window that comes up that allows you to add a title and the description, and there's an area in there where you can create tags or put tags in there. They are going to allow 8 hashtags on a video. So come up with 8 hashtags that are going to be relevant to your industry and the problems that people in that industry have, and recirculate them and repost them. And then the last thing that they talked about is currently, at this time, there is no limit on the number of hashtags that you can have in your Facebook posts. Now, I say all of that with a grain of salt because you don't want to be ridiculous and put 50, 60 tags on there, because what that ends up doing is it detracts attention away from your content. And what you really want is people to pay attention to your content. So we're recommending that you utilize between 5 and 15 hashtags. Don't go over that because, again, you're going to run into that problem. And utilize the tools that I talked about in previous videos on how to find hashtags that are not only relevant to the pain points of the people in your industry are having, but to utilize hashtags that are not so competitive that you'll get lost in a sea of noise. So don't choose super small with only 10, 15, 20 followers or a couple hundred followers, but then don't choose ones that have several billion followers either, because you'll get lost in the shuffle. So utilize those tips and repurpose some of the content that you already have on Facebook and add some hashtags and enjoy the growth.
Want more marketing tips? Join the Private Practice Marketing Academy today.